Southeast, the Honourable Minister of Works, His Excellency Senator Engineer Nweze David Umahi, to speak to us. Your Excellency, you are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Your Excellency, one of the youngest governors of this regime, one of the best performing governors, very cheerful man, a man with good heart. My own brother, His Excellency Governor Aliu Ahmed Sokoto, Governor Sokoto State. I bring warm greetings from our father, the father of the nation, our dear President, His Excellency Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yesterday, when I was coming here, the contractor had appealed to me that they want to do this flag off at a different venue. And when the governor called me, I tried to convince him. At the end, I realized I did not convince him. And so on the way, Mr. President called and he said, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm on my way to Sokoto." He said, "Very good. Where are you flagging off?" I said, "Kilometer 87. He said, "I don't know where is kilometer 87. But I go to Illela. They gave me the highest votes." That's what he said to me. So I called immediately the contractor and said, "Relocate." They wanted to tell me it was difficult. Say, "Presidential order, relocate." And today I'm very happy that the brand new machines of the contractor, they are in Illela in obedience to the love expressed by the President for the people of Sokoto State, and in particular Illela, where our project is starting. My dear Governor, let me thank you very, very much. You're a good man. Yesterday, when your deputy came to, who doubles as Minister of Works, one of his kind, I've never seen it anywhere, and the deputy governor was telling me the role of a deputy governor in the shoes of a governor. And he spent a lot of time telling me about how nice you are, how you treat your deputy governor and other leaders, not just from Sokoto State, across your region and Nigeria. And when I spoke to you, I say, "Were you once a deputy governor?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Apart from having a good heart, it is always very important in the fear of God that what you don't want another person to do to you, or whatever thing that anyone would have done to you, you don't do it to another person. That is the greatest prayers." Governor, thank you. I needed to emphasize this because it's not very common to have this kind of relationship between the governor and the deputy governor. I was once a deputy governor. My governor did not treat me badly, but that does not mean that other deputy governors were as lucky as I am, or as lucky as the deputy governor of Sokoto is. Thank you very much, my dear governor. Thank you. We are here today to flag off and make manifest one of the four legacies of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, one of the heartbeats of the renewed hope agenda, and the expression of the love for the people of our country, and today in particular Sokoto State. Let me say that the four legacy projects, spanning over 2,800 kilometers in 6 lanes, that the entire northern Nigeria has a total of 52%, and the southern Nigerians have 48%. Mr. President is President of Nigeria, whether north or south. it is Nigeria that is developing. And let me put it on record again and again, the president inherited a total of 2,604 road projects when he came on board. And that the total cost of this project as at then was 13 trillion naira. And that the amount of projects completed and debt owed contractors as at May 29, 2023 was a total of 1.6 trillion. A lot of people have been coming to my office to say, please, we need project. We've been getting project in Ministry of Works. Let me make it very clear, and I'm on national TV, that the funds, the envelope of the Ministry of Works in 2024 budget, as directed by Mr. President, and very uncommon decision, used it to make all the inherited projects alive. And that is what we are doing, even though we are now prioritizing the projects inherited and phasing the projects, within the limit of funds available. And so Mr. President needed to be commended. I've never seen a president that came on board and they put together and made alive all the inherited projects. And so we need to commend him very, very highly. The Sokoto-Badagry is one of the spurs of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. The Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway has two spurs. We have the spur that is coming from this Illela in Sokoto State and going through other 6 states down to Badagry. And this spur is a total of 168, whereas the main route is the Lagos-Calabar is a total of 700 kilometers. The second spur is the one that we call the Trans-Sahara, coming through southeast to Benue to Kogi State, to Nasarawa, and we end in Abuja. And the fourth legacy project is taking off from Abuja and going through Jos, going through Bauchi, and ending in Gombe. And if you look at the map, it's a beautiful map to behold. And that will cover all the 6 regions of Nigeria. What a fair president we have. Just like my senior colleague, Senator Alero, said, this project was a dream by the Shagari administration 48 years back. And I believe that God sends his people from time to time and depending on the challenges of that moment to perform certain functions. And I believe strongly that by the divine coming of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, one of the key things that God wants him to do is to realize this dream of 48 years, which no any other president had the courage to attempt. And this project is having 6 lanes. Normally 3 lanes is 11.55, but I've increased it to 12 meters so that vehicles can easily pass without touching themselves. And so the 6 lanes from Sokoto to Badagry, we have faced it in construction and funding. And the president, you must have to appreciate him. Even though he's from Southwest, he's a man who believes that every part of this country is his own. And that's why he said the Sokoto, when you look at the name of the road, it was called Badagry Sokoto during the Shagari administration. But it was President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that changed it to Sokoto-Badagry because he wants it to start from Sokoto, and that's why we are here to make his directive come true. And so we have faced this project, phase 1, 120 kilometers in Sokoto State. We further phase this 120 kilometer into phase 1A and phase 1B. We have awarded the contract through selective tendering procurement. And when people attack me, I've always said I've broken no law. Whether it's procurement, whether it's making sure this project is in the appropriation, I have broken no law. My PAM secretary is a technocrat and is a procurement officer. Even if I were going to break one, he will not let me break one. And so I'm not afraid of any attack. Our hands are very clean. This first phase is for 36 months, but the president will never let it be. He asked me, Umahi, how many years do you want to finish this project? I said, let me find out from the contractor. Now we had a meeting and agreed that this section is going to start in 3 independent sections, which means that the machines you see in one section is what you see in second section, is what you see in third section. And that is what we are going to do. So before 2027, this phase 1A will finish. Do you want phase 2A to finish? Sokoto people, do you want phase 1B to finish? Yeah, it's going to start around 2027. You know what to do. You did it before. You know what to do. The president you trust is the only one who will finish it. Because if others had the courage, 48 years, they would have attempted it. But no one did. A man of courage, a divine president. He will finish it, but he needs time to finish it. And like His Eminence said, we are working day and night. But 3 years is too small to finish. But we can finish in the next 6 years. Is it approved? Those in support say aye. We shall do it. We shall do it. And tomorrow, I say Nigerians, especially the routes that these legacy projects are passing, and today for Sokoto and tomorrow for Kebbi, in particular, should be very grateful to Mr. President. And we owe him prayers, we owe him support, and we owe him good wishes. These projects are not just road projects, they are investments. And the ROI, which is called return on investment, are very, very high. I can assure you. And this road superhighway, as it is passing, it has a train track by the side. The Ministry of Transport, they are taking care of that. It has solar light all through the route. It has dams for electricity, for agriculture, for wind energy, and so on and so forth. And we are going to build tow station, I call it relief station, just like what we have in overseas. And so maybe every 50 kilometers you should be able to park, have some cold drinks. If your vehicle spoiled, you have a tow van, you have security house there. We are not going to allow security people to stay on the highway. They will have viewing point because we are deploying CCTV camera all through the route. And so the aim is to have 10 minutes response for any eventuality. And so this is very innovative, and it's only President Ahmed Bola Tinubu that can do this. A demonstration of it is already in the making in Kebbi to Makurdi that is being completed by him. We are tolling it. And we are also bringing something that is also happening outside the country. Nigerians are very intelligent people. We have to use our wisdom to do things. When you pass through the express in overseas, you see trees, just like I'm seeing trees in Sokoto State. What those trees are doing is that the carbon monoxide being emitted by vehicles are taken over by these trees. That is the food of the trees in the afternoon. And they will give you oxygen. Oxygen is for life. And so we are going to have trees along the entire corridor by the edges of the road. Who says we cannot do it? We can do it. It's just to have the same determination like Mr. President. Tomorrow I invite everybody to please come with us to Kebbi State by 10 a.m. We also be doing a similar exercise of flagging of 258 kilometers, the biggest section in the entire 4 legacy project of Mr. President. But the idea is that it has to be continuous. 120 kilometers, we finish Sokoto State. 258, we finish Kebbi. We go to Niger, and so on and so forth. And so tomorrow is the day of Kebbi. The choice of concrete is because Mr. President wants to use concrete to ensure that any road we construct in his administration is going to last between 50 and 100 years. It's going to last that much. If you doubt it, you go to Oworonshoki, Apapa, that had defied all kinds of solutions in terms of road pavement. But today, you even have static vehicles in thousands on that route, and there is no crack. And that's what the president is bringing here. We know that asphalt can do well, but concrete is the best. And the president thinks best for his people. And the choice of contractor, I'm not sure. Go and check everywhere in the country, even those that pride themselves the best contractor. No, the table has turned. I'm a fellow of Nigerian Society of Engineers. Alero is there too. There are many other engineers. The deputy governor. You can find out that this high-tech construction has over 2,000 equipment. In Lagos, Calabar, they are in about 5 sections, 5 subsections on section 1, and are working independent of every section. And look at their machines, they are brand new machines. And you see their workers very determined. The rep of Mr. President, in the course of my speech, I'm going to call them and hand them over to you. You are the Chief Security Officer, and the land belongs to you, plus your name, Sokoto-Badagry Ahmed. Let me say very great appreciation to the National Assembly, very unique 10th Assembly, the Senate President, the Speaker, the leadership of the National Assembly, my 2 leaders, chairmen, and the stabilizer of our Works Committee, Senator Adamu Alero. I want to appreciate you people too highly. My own representative, the deputy leader of the Senate. Thank you very, very much. Thank you for the respect for Mr. President. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the trust. And together, we will make Nigeria great again. No be so? And my own brother and my in-law, the Honourable Minister of Budget and Planning, thank you very much. Thank you for the support for Mr. President, support for road infrastructure. Road infrastructure is everything. And that's why together, and even in 2025 budget, we are determined to select between 6 and 8 projects, ongoing projects in all the regions, and give it life and give it attention. And I'm happy you're here, and I'm happy that you occupy the office you occupy. Thank you for all the support, together with my brother, the Honourable Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy. 2 of you, together with the Honourable Attorney General, we will realize this project because Mr. President has it to be done. And I commend the National Security Advisor. He has gone ahead to set up security committee for the entire stretch of this route. Thank you very much, the Chief of Army Staff. Thank you, the IGP, DGSS, and all the other security agencies. Thank you for your response. Thank you for the way you work for us. Thank you for your commitment to Mr. President. Together we shall overcome. And to my brand new Minister of Works States, my own brother, we used to sit together. In fact, when I introduced this project, he was clapping with his hands and with his legs and then with his mouth. Today, because of your good heart, we are going to shake the bridge together. Welcome on board, and we bless Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our president, for bringing you on board. We will work together very well. And to my performing PAM secretary that is like known. And when people think that we are very close, it's because we have common agenda, the same template for everybody. No twatwa, no mago-mago. If you are going to do twatwa or mago-mago, you will definitely meet the rock. So it is very easy to work with the Honourable Minister of Works like the PAM Secretary, because we have one agenda: support Mr. President, fear God, and be honest to this country. And I want to commend you very, very highly. I thank you for Abuja Kano, my dear Permanent Secretary. This afternoon, I heard that all our efforts, that the youth came and stopped the contractor, because we have made it very clear. After 7 days from yesterday, if Beja does not remobilize to that road, because the president has done everything that a man can do to support Jilo Beja. But we've got into the war. He said that we push down the wall or we take action. Because the wall is made of high-tech concrete wall. We can't push it down. So we have to take action. And the action is very simple. If within 7 days from 23rd, you fail to remobilize in 4 sections, we will issue 14 days termination notice following the due process. But I learned that people have been hired to stop the repair works and even the permanent work. I wish them well, because the commander-in-chief of this country is a man of courage and is going to get that road done. There will be no stopping of that project. Those who are trying to stop it should advise themselves. And Sokoto-Badagry, yes, Your Eminence, the president has a very high stake in that project. He has sent security people. We have had a lot of our construction workers killed on that road. And let me also announce that the president directed we should use concrete on that road. And if you come to Sokoto here, you will see what CBC is doing. They have started to do the project on concrete. And in Zamfara, where Setraco is working, we also have tractor, we also have mother cart. We are pushing them, and we assure you that while we solve the security problem, we are going to enhance the construction of that project. And to my directors, we thank you. Ministry of Works is a committee of one family with a common purpose: to do the will of the president and to do the will of this country. They want good roads, and it is very paramount. And so we commend you very highly, Engineer Bakari, Engineer Obioha, Engineer Musa. Thank you very, very much. Before I end my speech, in Sokoto, Zamfara, Fontua, Kasena to Kaduna, that's the stretch, the 350 kilometers by 2, that is 700 kilometers. The president is committed to completing it, and the Abuja to Kano is 375 kilometers, which is by 2, which is 750 kilometers. The president is committed to completing it. And every other place we have challenges, be assured that with the support of Mr. President and with the ingenuity of the Ministry of Works and with the support of the National Assembly and this Excellency Bagudu that is here, is how much it costs for you that you go do. You will be sure that we go do. So before I call the rep of Mr. President to make his remarks and the flag of the construction on behalf of Mr. President, let me invite the contractors to formally hand them. All the workers with the MD, please come forward. And while they are coming, it is my honor to invite His Excellency, the representative of Mr. President. I know you have the traditional way of calling him, but it is the President of Nigeria that I'm calling. And is here represented by His Excellency, the Governor of Sokoto State, His Excellency Aliu Ahmed Sokoto, the Governor of Loga. Can we put our hands together for him, please?